the depths where shadows crawl. Kaya slithers through it all, mighty guardian of the stream. In her presence, echoes scream. Silent stalker in the night, her domain she owns with might. Amazon queen, fierce and grand, commanding with a coiled hand. Kaya, Kaya, fierce and free, ruler of the jungle sea. Kaya, Kaya, in the night, in her gaze the wild ignites. In the murk her eyes they gleam, rivers part at her regime. She's the whisper in the air, ancient power none compare. Silent thunder through the greens, Kaya reigning sight unseen. Serpentine and unrestrained, keeper of the forest right. Kaya, Kaya, fierce and free, ruler of the jungle sea. Kaya, Kaya, in the night, in her gaze the wild ignites.
High up in the dense rainforests of the Amazon, where the thick canopy blocks out the sun, and the air is heavy with moisture, there lived a creature of immense power and stealth, the anaconda. With its sinewy body that could stretch over 20 feet long, it was both feared and respected by the inhabitants of the jungle. One such anaconda was named Kaya, and she was famed for her size and strength. Every creature in the jungle knew of Kaya. The jaguars would whisper tales of her in the dark, speaking of the times they had encountered her gliding silently through the underbrush. Even the Capuchin monkeys, agile and daring, would drop their mischiefs and hide when they heard the rustle of her scales against the leaves. Kaya's domain was the winding waterways that snaked through the jungle, a labyrinth of life that sustained the rich ecosystem. Here she spent her days in idle ambush, submerged in the coolness of the river. Her eyes, like twin orbs of amber, watched with an ancient wisdom, scanning the reflections on the water for movement. A ripple, a splash, a shadow sifting through, these were the signs she sought out. One humid afternoon, as the skies were darkened with clouds promising rain, Kaya sensed a new presence in the water. It was a caiman, young and bold, with scales that shimmered silver against the murky depths. It slipped gracefully through the water, unaware of the silent specter that now shared its path. Kaya's muscles coiled with slow precision. In a sudden burst of movement, she lunged, her powerful body constricting around the unsuspecting caiman. The struggle was brief, for Kaya's mastery of the jungle was unmatched, and soon the caiman lay still, surrendered to the great anaconda. Her victory, swift and regal, was another testament to her prowess as the invisible guardian of the rivers. As she lay in the water, satiated from her hunt, the first drops of rain began to fall. The jungle around her breathed a sigh of relief, cleansed by the cooling rains, while Kaya watched on, a sentinel of her domain, as life continued to ebb and flow around her. The jungle had its stories, its predators and its peacekeepers, and in Kaya, it found the balance between fearsome strength and serene sovereignty.